All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1003, Carrera versus Carrera.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Carrera,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes. So I brought this case before you because I'm currently paying for extracurricular activities for our daughter.
Okay.
And it's a little bit more money than I thought it was going to be. So I would like my wife, Sheila, to reimburse me for it.
Okay. So you guys are separated?
Yes.
Okay. What type of extracurricular activities is the child involved?
So our daughter is very big into sports.
Okay.
So she plays soccer and, you know, it's just like the cost of cleats, the cost of like gloves, because she plays goalie. It's just a lot of upkeep for me, and she makes more money than I do. So I kind of want help with it.
Okay. I see here, ma'am, from the tax returns that you make about $100,000 a year.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All rise. The courtroom is in session. On the docket, Carrera versus Carrera, a case that begins with soccer cleats and ends with a hard financial truth. A father appears before the court asking for financial help. He's been covering the full cost of their daughter's extracurricular activities, soccer gear, goalie gloves, ongoing equipment, and it's taking a toll. His ex-wife earns significantly more than he does, yet hasn't been contributing. On paper, their custody arrangement is 50-50ths. They split time evenly, but when it comes to cost, that's where things fall apart. The court reviews the mother's income, $100,000 a year, salary-based, steady. She pays for health insurance, but so does the father. The judge takes that into account and calculates the numbers. Based on state guidelines, her monthly child support obligation comes to approximately $1,000.
Child support was not previously ordered.
Yes.
Okay. So are you guys in agreement to do that? Or you don't want to pay child support? What's going on?
I don't think it's necessary. We split her 50-50. She's at my house just as much. She's with me just as much, if not more.
Your Honor, I would say that's probably an argument for her to pay me if we're splitting 50-50.
And 64 cents. What followed was a clear message. Child support isn't about emotion. It's about math. The law doesn't ask who volunteered to buy cleats or who made a verbal agreement during the split. It asks, who earns more? Who can afford more? And are the child's needs being met equitably? When the mother objected, calling the amount exorbitant, the judge reminded her plainly, you chose your career path, and with it comes financial responsibility. This wasn't about punishment. It was about proportional parenting. In the end,
I shouldn't have to pay all of it.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. So you kind of like told on yourself. So you ready to move forward with the numbers?
Sure.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get ready with the numbers. So it looks like you make, like I said, $100,000 a year. Do you work overtime, or is that regularly what you make?
No, I work overtime. But
Okay. And does that include overtime?
yes, ma'am. It's a salaried position, so it's just straight up.
Okay. Got it. All right. So at $100,000 a year, I have your gross at $10,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Before I continue, who pays health insurance?
We both do.
We both.
Okay. How much do you pay?
348 or 386.
386.
Yeah, 386.
Okay.
And I
how
pay
much?
200.
Okay. And you both plan on maintaining those health insurance policies?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, great. That way, nobody has to reimburse anybody for health insurance. But because you do carry health insurance and you're going to be ordered to pay child support, I can give you credit for the 386. So that brings your net down to $6,988.19. Which, how many children? Just one?
Just one.
Okay, so 20% of that brings your child support obligation to $1,391.64.
family law, circumstances change, and when they do, so can legal obligations. Whether it's a shift in income, lifestyle, or how a child spends their time, the numbers must reflect reality. Have you or someone you know faced a surprising child support decision? These moments can feel like a slap, but they're built on fairness, not feeling. He came to court asking for help with goalie gloves. He left with a full child support order. This case is a stark reminder. Child support
That should cover any expenses and anything like that because the child is heavily involved. Sounds like an extracurricular activity, excuse me. Are there any other questions?
Nope.
You don't look happy about this. What's going on?
I just think that it's a bit of an exorbitant amount, but we discussed it in the beginning when the split happened. He agreed and
Agreed to what amount?
none.
Oh, you're saying child support, but you do understand that as the child gets older and, heavily involved in
Yes.
different activities, I wasn't done.
Oh,
Involved heavily in different activities, you understand that expenses increase.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the amount of child support is based on how much money you make. Child support is based on a simple calculation. So you make $100,000 a year. That's what your child support is. I mean, if you want it to be lower.
breakup or who's the more involved parent. It's about current financial reality and what's in the best interest of the child. Even in a 50-50 custody arrangement, when one parent earns significantly more, the law may still require them to contribute financially. In this case, the mother earned over $100,000 a year. The father was footing the bill for all their daughter's sports expenses alone. That imbalance, combined with the child's growing needs, was enough for the judge to step in. Texas law allows a child support order to be revisited if there's been a material and substantial change in circumstances. And here,
You chose the profession.
Yeah.
Okay. So if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
the father was paying out of pocket for everything. So while there wasn't an original order for child support, the judge found it necessary to create one. Is it fair? Did dad get the support he deserved? Or just a bigger financial headache? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you've seen similar situations, whether personally or in your community, share your story. You never know, it might become a future scenario we break down here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more real courtroom decisions where the truth, not the promises of the past, gets the final word. All rise, the courtroom is in session. On the docket, Carrera versus Carrera, a case that begins with soccer cleats and ends with a hard financial truth. A father appears before the court asking for financial help. He's been covering the full cost of their daughter's extracurricular activities, soccer gear, goalie gloves, ongoing equipment, and it's taking a toll. His ex-wife earns significantly more than he does, yet hasn't been contributing. On paper, their custody arrangement is 50-50ths. They split time evenly. But when it comes to cost, that's where things fall apart. The court reviews the mother's income, $100,000 a year, salary-based, steady. She pays for health insurance, but so does the father. The judge takes that into account and calculates the numbers. Based on state guidelines, her monthly child support obligation comes to approximately $1,391.
So they had an existing order where no child support was ordered. Well, under Texas law, when there's been a material and substantial change in circumstance, the court can go in and review the order to determine whether or not child support should be paid. Well, you heard that dad was covering all the expenses for the child to participate in all these different activities. So it warranted mom to be able to help finance those activities for the child. So that's the reason why mom was ordered to pay child support. Do you know of anyone who's experienced a similar situation? Be sure to subscribe to our channel and make sure you comment below. You never know, their story may end up as a scenario on our